Let's get started. Can you guess the place shown in the given picture? Yes. It is Ladakh. Now, answer these questions to see how much you know about Ladakh. In which part of India is Ladakh situated? Answer: northern part of the India. Which is the biggest town in Ladakh? Answer: Leh is a city in Ladakh in the Kashmir region. It is the largest city and the joint capital of Ladakh. Name one official language of Ladakh. Answer: the official languages of Ladakh are Ladakhi and Tibetan. What is the name of the world's highest saltwater lake in Ladakh? Answer: Pangong Lake, situated at a height of almost 4,350 meters, is the world's highest saltwater lake. What is the name of the world's highest motorable road that is in Ladakh? Answer: Kardung La. Chuskit is a little girl who cannot go to school because she is unable to walk. Let's find out if her dream of going to school and receiving education comes true. Chuskit woke up early that morning. It was a very special day, and she was too excited to sleep till late. She eagerly looked out of the window next to her bed. It was springtime in Ladakh and the apricot trees were in full bloom. Amalay was awake too. Chuskit could hear Amalay in the kitchen, making gurgur tea. This was a day Chuskit was going to remember for a long time. Can you guess why? No, it was not Loser. That was many months away. Nor was it any other special day in her village, like the Gompa festival or a wedding day. Today was going to be Chuskit's first day at school. At 9 years of age, she had waited a long, long time for this. The school was not very far away from her home. To get there, you had to walk up to the main road. Just before the prayer wheel, you took the path to the left of the road that ran along a narrow stream. Near the poplar trees, you crossed the stream by jumping over the big rocks. Once you got to the other side, a short walk up a slope took you to the school. All the children of Skitpo Yul, Chuskit's village, walked to school every day. But not little Chuskit. She could not walk. Chuskit was born with legs that did not work like everyone else's. Her father had taken her to the village Amchi and then to the doctors in Leh. But no amount of medicine had helped her walk. At first, Chuskit did not realize that she was in any way different from Stobden, her younger brother, or her cousins. But soon there were many things she could not do as easily as they could. That does not matter, her Abla would tell her. You can stitch better than any of them. And you draw very well. Abla often brought her some color pencils from Leh. Chuskit used a chair fitted with wheels to move around. Elders called it a wheelchair. When Abla first brought the wheelchair home, everyone in her family was very excited. Now I won't have to carry Chuskit everywhere. I can wheel her around, said Amalay, with tears of happiness in her eyes. And I will be able to go wherever I want, cried Chuskit excitedly. Slowly, Chuskit learned to use her wheelchair. She would ask her mother to seat her in the wheelchair outside her home every evening. One evening, when Chuskit was sitting outside the house with her grandfather, a young boy came up to her. He carried a letter, which he handed over to her grandfather. Jale. The bus driver asked me to give this to you, he said. My name is Abdul, he said, turning to Chuskit. I study in class 6 at the government school. I have often wondered why you don't come to school. Jali, Abdul, said Chuskit. I have never been to school. The path to the school is too uneven and pebbly, and my wheelchair will get stuck. It would be very difficult for my parents to carry me to school and back every day. But would you like to come to school? Asked Abdul. Of course, replied Chuskit. I hear my younger brother talk of all the things he does at school. I want to study like everyone else, make friends, play games, wear a uniform and even write exams. You may not believe this, but I sometimes dream of carrying a school bag, even eating packed lunch. Enough. Enough, interrupted her grandfather. Stop dreaming, Chuskit. You know you cannot go to school. Mimle, please, pleaded Chuskit softly with tears in her eyes as her grandfather walked away angrily. Mimle does not understand how I feel, said Chuskit. I too want to learn to read and do maths. Do you understand? I do, said Abdul. Chuskit, I will see you later. I must go now. Jale. The next day, Abdul went straight to the headmaster's room after assembly. Jale, Ajale, he said. I want to talk to you about a girl from our village who does not go to school. She is Stobden's sister, Chuskit. Oh yes, replied the headmaster. I know her. She is unable to walk, isn't it? Yes, Ajale. She uses a wheelchair to move around but cannot reach school, as the path from her home is too rough and uneven. I was wondering if we could all get together and level the path and build a small bridge across the stream. That's very thoughtful of you, Abdul, said the headmaster as he patted him on the back. What made you think of Chuskit? Ajahn, last week we read about the fundamental rights of citizens in our civics class. All children have a right to education. That includes Chuskit as well, doesn't it? Yes, you are right, Abdul. Let me discuss this with the other teachers, replied the headmaster. The next day, the headmaster shared Abdul's ideas with all the teachers and asked them what they felt. Impossible, said one of them. How will Chuskit be able to write, play, and go to the toilet like the other children do? That's exactly what we must work out, said the headmaster. I hear that in the village of Mentakyol, the village education committee has helped build a special toilet for one of their children who cannot walk. We could ask them what they have done. But first we must get Chuskit to school. Then we could think of ways of helping her do things in school. 2 weeks later, there was great excitement at the government school. All the children gathered outside in the playground. They came to school without their school bags. There weren't going to be any classes that day. The teachers divided the children into groups. One group worked in front of Chuskit's house and another on the path along the stream. A third group with older children worked hard to help some of their teachers build a strong wooden bridge across the stream. Chuskit's parents provided everyone with hot tea and biscuits. Chuskit's grandfather sat under a willow tree by the stream watching the busy schoolchildren. I never dreamt I'd see a day like this, he thought to himself as he wiped a tear. At the end of the day, it was a tired but happy group of children that returned to their homes. The path from Chuskit's home to the school was now ready. Chuskit was going to school for the first time in her life. And that's why she was so excited.